everyone, thank you for joining me today. So, as you can see, Harry and Meghan have had a very full couple of months. Let's discuss. So, it started where Harry hopped over to Canada in a preview of the Invictus Games, and we saw where the Artrell Foundation hosted a dinner in Southern California for the Welcome Project. And then, of course, we saw Harry flying to New York to do the Deal Book Summit. Meghan had done that in 2021. And so Harry did this year, and he spoke to the same gentleman, Andrew Sorkin, which we saw put the UK media into a meltdown. And from there, Harry went on to an art exhibit that was entitled Friend, and it was in benefit of Centre Bali. And on the same day, while Harry was doing the Deal Book Summit, Meghan was at the Paley Honors, a tribute to Tyler Perry. And of course, we saw Meghan on the carpet looking absolutely radiant. I didn't see where she spoke inside, but she was right there sitting at the table with Tyler. She was with Kerry Washington, Oprah Winfrey. So she was with her people. And then, of course, we saw where Harry spoke to young people at the Diana Award, and he told them, quote, "I know my mom would be incredibly proud of you guys." And from there, we saw where he took part in a virtual Christmas party for Scotty's little soldiers. So they have packed so much events into these just couple of months, while the UK media is busy churning out story after story, negative story about them. And the latest one, of course, is about saying that Netflix is exhausted with working with Meghan. Of course, this came on the heels of the Polar documentary, the 5-part Polar documentary that Harry and Meghan produced, and it's finding its audience. I've seen some write up where fans and detractors alike are saying it what they are not promoting it, and they should have done this or should have done that. And I'm saying, why? They are getting in, people just want them to come out and be talking. And then if it did the exact same thing that they did, they're going to say all the promotion that Harry and Meghan did, it didn't reach number one. Or if it reached number one, they're going to say it reached number one in spite of the fact that they weren't in there. So they're not popular anymore. So they're just looking for content. So it doesn't matter what Harry and Meghan did, if they had promoted it or not. This is a good series, and it will find its audience, and it is finding its audience. A lot of us know that polo is a niche market, so it will find its audience, and it's a good series, and it went in a direction that is unexpected, and it's great. So whether or not they promoted it, if Netflix didn't promote it, it's all up to them. And as I said, this article that I saw on Celebici now talking about Netflix exhausted with working with Harry and Meghan, and I'm with Meghan really. But I'm looking at the Mail Online. I'm looking at, they're not talking about the UK royals over there that is publicly funded, that the UK royals are derelict in their duties. They are slumlords. They are not transparent with anything, with where their money is going. They're not working for the type of money they're getting. They're not transparent with their health as public servants they're supposed to be, and yet they're not writing these many articles about them. All they're doing is trying to downplay any success that Harry and Meghan have, or trying to make sure that any success they would have had, they try to put a negative spin on it and turn people away, which is not working. And when they're not busy doing that, they're trying to rewrite history and trying to put a different spin on the love story that Harry and Meghan have. And Harry has already written a whole book that we can see that he called Meghan the captain of his soul. And we know the story. So the Tina Browns that are trying to talk about it, trying to produce content for themselves. One woman don't know anything. These people don't have any door, window, anything into what Harry and Meghan are doing. They're not voter for Harry and Meghan. They're just making things up and hoping that they hit on something that sounds vaguely true. And then people pick it up and reprint it and respond to it, and they get exactly what they want: content and money being generated off of the backs of Harry and Meghan, while they're trying to make sure Harry and Meghan don't make any money for themselves. That is the formula that they keep doing over and over and over again. Anyway, guys, Harry and Meghan just keep doing their business, doing what they want to. They're private citizens. They do not owe them anything. They didn't crowdfund any of their projects, so they have to be churning out things to satisfy their investors.
Even as we were in the race coming up to this day, I googled news you, and there were people who are fascinated by everything you're doing all the time. They're fascinated by Meghan is in California right now, and you're here. And there's articles left and right about, why are you doing independent events? Why are you doing them together?
Because you invited me. You should have known.
This is true.
You should have known that was going to happen.
But do you know, is that normal for you? That there's an article that says she's in California, you're in New York. They say, well, what is happening with these two, right? So is that a good thing for you in a way that there's so much interest in you?
No, it's definitely not a good thing. Because apparently we bought or moved house maybe 10, 12 times. We've apparently divorced maybe 10, 12 times as well. So it's just like, what? So yeah, it's hard to keep up with, but that's why you just sort of ignore it. The people I feel most sorry about are the trolls who their hopes are just built and built and built, and it's like yes, and then it doesn't happen. Right. So I feel sorry for them. Genuinely, I do. I mean that.
Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe if you will, and talk to you soon. Bye.